Hello class, I'm Professor Hatter. Welcome to the last video of 2022. I'm recording, it is January 3rd of 2023, but this could be the last video about 2022. Sorry, too many numbers to mix up already. So, per usual, been doing this for 4 years at this point of channel and review, end of the year. The last thing I talk about the calendar year. There are 2 times that I go in a year of review. First time would be, or the one time would be in June, in the summertime. That's my June 19th is my anniversary of being Professor Hatter. And then end of the year of the calendar year. And there's enough time in between where I can, have different reflections of like at the end of the calendar year and at the end of a cycle year of being a channel of existence. So we're gonna review the channel and the calendar year, and let's get into it. We're gonna talk about the videos, trends that I've done, and what I'll do for the future, because it's always fun to talk about the future. I always like the idea of like future talking. It's like any YouTube channel that I watch, when they're like, let's talk about the future of the channel. Kind of like what to look forward to, setting some goals, maybe expectations, but trying to think of what we're going to do in the new year. So let's get started with some stats here, and we'll look at the stats for a little bit and move into the videos themselves and then future. So ending the year here with 308 subscribers. I guess I ended 22 with 309, but I dipped, so we'll just call it 309. And I had a growth of 63 subscribers in the year, so that was pretty good. I thought that was a pretty good number. We did get to another 100 mark at least. At least it didn't take 18 months to get from 200 to 300 subscribers, students. It actually took about 17 months. So a little bit shorter than before. So that was really nice. So let's look into the stats here. All right, so looking at the stats here for the year, I'm trying to pull it up because at the moment it's showing it as overview of the last 28 days, which I don't need. I need for the year. So the most viewed video from this past year actually was one that I made the year before, which was my Black Sox scandal documentary, the part 1. It had 1.1K, about 1,100 views, but I made that video the year before. So in terms of videos from this year, the most was the Berdeen's field trip video, which had 836 views, which was the most from 2022. And I think if I want to organize it by the views, I think it's like top 10 for sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So top 6 of my pet related videos. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's 3 other videos that are on the channel, but not exactly hat related. So it's my 9th most watched video from Berdeen's ever of videos overall. 2 of them related to the Black Sox scandal. One of them I accidentally uploaded a Super Bowl future location list onto this channel instead of my personal channel. But top 6 of hat related videos. So that's a pretty good video there. So I for sure appreciate Jerry out in Chicago on Cermak for taking the time to let me do the field trip and using the store space, and the other associates that helped out with the learning the history of Berdeen's and kind of the current culture, mindset, and the future of the store as well. And it was, I think the Berdeen's video was a gold standard of how to do these field trip like videos, where if you go out to a hat store, this is kind of the route that you should go. Now, granted, with Berdeen's, there's a little bit more history behind the store than maybe some other stores out there. Berdeen's is over 100 years old. That's like 101 or 102 years old. But still, it's the gold standard of how these vlog videos or these travel videos should go when other hat channels go out and hat content creators go out to a hat store. How to format the video, how to interact, how to give the audience some direction and some background. So that was a fun video to make. Sometime I'll be accepting an Oscar for best documentary at the Oscars. So that'll be sometime in February, March-ish. So that'll be fun. And let's go back to the stats here. So the other well-viewed videos, I'm just not looking at the exact videos that I made from this past year, but the other one that had a lot of views was I ranted about missing out on some leftover drops from Hat Club, which was kind of annoying. And I got like 400 some views. It was just me ranting. And that's kind of the, I don't want to say premise, but it's kind of a main staple of mine to rant about different hat topics, different hat places. And that's kind of my thing. Something you don't always see, but it's a more truer side. Granted, lids, I don't know if they're going to ever be an adult and sit down with me in the classroom here to discuss about how things have gone with lids ever since the decimation of lids, ever since March 19th, 2019. Still no apology, but we have enough time to, make an all new side company, Lids HD. They can make a statement about missing a drop of this one little drop that they had. I think it was like in August. I think it was August, and they're like, "Well, we're sorry that this happened. We try to do the best we can," and they just kept using some mumbo jumbo jargon. I mean, I guess that they did listen to me. That they hired an adult to be their communication coordinator, but maybe they're part of the post regime that didn't know about the decimation of lids in 2019. Still would like to get an answer for all that, but maybe in 2023 I'll have more videos. I don't like to necessarily rant about lids and being bad. They're a Titan name for lids. I mean, for fuck's sake, I've at least heard them referenced 2, if not 3 times in Family Guy. It's a big name for hats. So, and a lot of people have probably gone to lids for their first hat. It was, at least when I became a full-time collector, August of 2016, I went to lids for my first hat. I was a Cubs 47 brand MVP hat. I had had a new Cubs hat in probably 7 years at the time. So I went to lids because it was the hat store. I don't like to have all this negativity on lids, but I just want to be honest about it and have a different perspective instead of having to keep drooling over them and saying how great they are. I mean, they're great, but you know, I want to add some different feedback, some constructive feedback, not just to ogle at them and just be a constant yes man. It's not what I'm entirely here for. I'm not a cheerleader, essentially. I'm just a hat collector. I'm a consumer. And Lids Loyal changed over time. And I think Lids has lost sight of what the term Lids Loyal means. So hopefully in 2023, we can work on, as a community, not a lot of people helped out for, pushing them. So maybe in 2023 we can, help, with this coalition to really have change with lids. So, I don't know what else I was talking about. Oh, where I was going with this. Yeah, I'm not going off of any notes here. I made a total of, my rant videos. I made a total of 49 videos in 2022, excluding my finals week videos. So I don't remember how many I did in 21, but it felt like a bit of a slowdown especially after the Berdeen's video I made. Kind of felt like a slowdown, and there were plenty of times where I sat on the table here in front of the camera in the basement here in the office and recorded a video and said, okay, I'm going to edit it later like this, and never got back to it. Or I made a video in the car where I thought it'd be easier to do an unboxing there, that I don't really have an excuse to have to put a video in the car of an unboxing on the editing floor onto Premiere Pro and then edit it out. But that didn't always work out. But I know that during the summer I had a bit of a good spurt. I think one of my best videos was, at least one of my favorite videos, was just a trailer video that I finally made, where I had done like a on the streets type of video. I went around Best Buy at my work and just asked my coworkers of, what do you think about Professor Hatter? Kind of like, for the late night shows that they go on. I know like Jimmy Kimmel does it a lot. They're on the street and they're asking, these questions and kind of making people look dumb sometimes. But I kind of flipped it where it's like, how do you like Professor Hatter? Who is that? What do you like about Professor Hatter's channel? Oh, he sucks. So I rewatched it before recording this video. It was entertaining. It took me a long time to put together, but finally did it, and it was just fun. It was fun to do. That was, other than that, for like an actual hat video, and other than the Berdeen's video, I think my my first videos of the year I did when Lids HHD was kind of coming out, and they were talking about this Buzz and Woody related color wave hat for Lids HD, and I I have them actually somewhere. Hold on. I know. Yep. Not that one, but yeah, I have 4 Toy Story hats. 3 were from a Hat Club drop, and 1 was from New Era. And just kind of the irony or the comical part, how, you know, when those hats came out, people were like, I don't want a Toy Story hat. You know, it looks kind of dumb. But then when this color wave came out, you know, hooked to Buzz and Woody, everyone's like, oh my God, this is the best thing ever. And I'm on the couch, and I cloned myself like 4 or 5 times, and, you know, I'm on my phone and, you know, talking about it, and I'm conversating with myself about, like, oh, did you see this new hat coming out? And like, oh, you know, and like I'm wearing all those hats. I did 4. Yeah, I did myself 4 times, or maybe 5. I think 5 times, because one of them I had my. Anyways, but it was kind of a parody, kind of just jabbing at the hat collectors out there. And again, cloning myself is fun. I always say it's dangerous. That one Jeff is dangerous, let alone having 2 Jeffs. So when I show people myself, there's 1 sitting over here, 3 on the couch, and 1 sitting on a stool, and they're like, there's too many of you. I'm like, I know. It's always fun, and you know, doing a little bit more with my video editing is what I like to do, just to make it a little bit more exciting. I did like a whole week in the summer of like 7 days straight of videos, just to kind of like catch up on a few things. And I finally got to a video topic that I wanted to do for a long time. My most hated hats or disliked hats in my collection. And that was actually in 2 parts, which was a little surprising. And I enjoyed doing that. Kind of, you know, we all were like, the theme is always buy the hats you like. Well, that always doesn't turn out to be the case. And there are sometimes where you have regret hats. Totally normal. People with, you know, a few hats, a few dozen hats, hundreds of hats, thousands of hats, people are going to have regrets. People are going to have hats that they just don't like. So that was a topic that I know I saw. I think it was Brolic Brimz with a Z. He did something similar with hated hats or disliked hats in his collection. Someone did it around the same time that I did mine. Not that we talked about it together, but it's just a coincidence. So that was a fun video to do. Before my iPad runs out of battery here, let's look at the some of the other stats here. So let's see here. Trying to go through. Oh, this is a. I want to go through the watch times, not returning views. So I don't exactly know how they define a view, but this past year, it is, I'm at 9,616 views, and it's 16% less than the previous 365 days. So I'm down 16% on views. So could be worse. Could be worse. Would be nice if it was single digits, but double digits, it's better than triple digits. So let's see here. The subscriber count, like I said, I knew that number was a plus 63. this past year, I had 8 new subscribers on March 22nd. What video did I do in March? Trying to, because my Big D hat, my 500th hat video, Spectacular, that was special, from didnt. That one was in February. So yeah, February. Well, maybe it was. No, it was March 4th. So I don't exactly think it was that. March 7th. Hold on, I'm trying to figure out. Oh, another, like, as I'm looking through the videos here, another really viewed one was my Mother's Day hat leak. I was the first, probably one of the first channels to content people to show off the Mother's Day hat for 2022 for the holidays. It was a 3930, a stretch fitted, but it was the same concept with the tie-dye UV, but all the other hat collectors out there took a shit on it anyways because they hate on-field hats. I guess, no, not that one. Interesting. Maybe it was after my my lids phone call and executive invitation video. Anyways, let's see the other numbers here that I can put together. I think the other number that's important is the watch time of subscribers versus non-subscribers. And from subscribed, it was 24.8% of the watch time came from subscribers, and then 75.2% came from non-subscribed non-subscribers, not non-students in the classroom. So I think a lot of channels have that problem, not just me and not just, the other channels out there. I think that's a problem with a lot of other channels out there, and I think even the biggest ones, I know that Corridor Crew is a big channel that I watch for visual effects stuff, that they have a similar problem, but their margin is a little bit shorter, where it's like 50%, it's like just over 50% are not subscribed compared to subscribed is under 50%, like just under. So it's not this much of a gap like I have here, but understandable. I want to see if I can find the watch time. That was the other one in the hold on here. Last 360 days, 65 days, I'm at 538.6 hours, which says it is 12% previous in the 12% in the previous, no, 12% down than the previous year. 12% less, yeah. Actually, let me look at the subscriber numbers then, just to, it doesn't really show that number. Anyways, so kind of the important numbers there for the channel, and still one squeaky chair. It doesn't really come up, I think, on the video, but I can hear it for sure, and it's pretty annoying. Anyways, so wanting to look ahead for 2023 here. Kind of mentioned before, and this is my big announcement part, but actually before I get there, I'm trying to think that nothing else that I really missed, any other notes from this past year about any videos or any channels. Same computer, nothing else. Nothing else really new. So let's get into the announcement parts, talk about the future of the channel here. And I had kind of ran in my head for last few weeks on how I was going to say this. So I mentioned a little bit before how after the Brimz video, kind of slow down with my videos. Kind of lost some motivation, to be honest, after the Brimz field trip, knowing that it was like a really big, huge success, and that was like it's rare for me to have a video, that in the hundreds of views, or to get that high, get that close to 1,000. It's rare for me. So I always had wanted to, after that, make the next video, the next video where I would break out and have a flood of new students in the classroom here, and I would grow exponentially instead of very, very, very stagnantly. So I had, I guess, betrayed the initial notion or the philosophy I've had of being Professor Hatter. I've been doing this for 4.5 years. I think I said that at the beginning of the video. Been doing it for 4.5 years. I'm kind of a part of the original class of hat channels on YouTube with Shawn.Stay.Fitted. We still miss him. Everyone misses his videos. I miss him. And talking with him, it's still a huge loss. He was one of the original channels that I had watched to kind of look up to. Major League Hats came out a little bit before I did. There was Trenz Unltd, ATL Don, now in Atlanta, Dre 616. There was Team Fitted TV on YouTube. That was my original inspiration. And then there was me. So it's kind of like the original class. I wasn't necessarily the best of the original class, but I was a part of it. I've been around. And throughout the years, especially with 2020, when there was like a big boom of new hat channels out there, one, it was great because then that saved me from watching dumb Vine compilation videos on YouTube, or watching Family Guy reruns on YouTube, or other dumb things. So it was great that there were more people that had that inspiration, that had that push to put themselves in front of a camera. It takes a little bit of courage, I think, initially to do it, and then once you start doing it, you get used to it. And then, of course, 2021, still more channels, some dropped off. 2022, there's still more growing. And I wasn't growing like I thought I was wanting to, but the ideal was to enjoy making these videos. 'Cause I've been doing video work or video editing kind of things and just video creation since I was like 4th grade, maybe 5th grade. And did it throughout middle school, especially in high school, a little bit in college, and kind of progressed myself as a video maker, not really a filmmaker, I was just a video maker. And that was a big thing for me to grow and to enjoy just making these videos. I always joke that, or the motto is for my channel, not only hat diversity, but I put a lot of work into my videos for no one to watch. And that idea of enjoying making videos was slowly going away. My recent headquarter pack, HQ pack video that I made, wanting my turn to have a hat collection made, whether it be a full run or just a few hats. I wanted my turn. And so I put a lot of work into the video. I mean, I made the mock-ups back in like March, April, and then the video, took different turns where it's like, in the summertime, it's like, okay, now I'm going to make the video. I got distracted. And then the fall, okay, now I'm going to make the video. A little bit more distracted. And after the Berdeen video, okay, I got to do it. And then, having to do a couple of reshoots for the videos because it was in a few parts where it was like a skit that I did that took like the skit took the longest time to do because of all the extra work in After Effects. That took real work. It wasn't just time consuming to put hats together or to make a list. It was actual work that I did to do the tracking, to do the different camera angles, to do the graphics, to do the music, to line up everything, the color grading, and in my head I'm like, this is gonna be, really great. It's gonna be like my sequel to the fridge collection video, which was one of my best videos ever. And then there was the introduction, kind of talking about the collection, and the going through all 30 teams and 30 some hats, that doing the voiceover for that, and that took a lot of time. And in my head I'm thinking, how much work I'm putting in, and here I sit 12 days after it's been uploaded and it's sitting at 39 views. So I put a lot of work into that, and a lot of other videos that I thought would get attention but didn't. So I've kind of put the numbers ahead of the enjoyment of making the videos. So here's the announcement part, and I have told practically no one about this. I've told one person through the hat community. They reached out, and there were a few other people that made a comment in support of when I had trashed one of my old tripods because my computer wasn't working like I wanted it to. It was taking forever to do a certain task, and it was just failing on me. And I just snapped and beat up the tripod, and I told them, and they reached out and kind of asked how things were going, and I told them about it after, initially thinking about this decision, and then told a few people at work, told a close friend, told my brother about it, but otherwise no one else knows. Like, I have other close hat people that I have not told, and I usually kind of leak things out, but this is gonna be a total surprise for everyone. I don't know when this video is coming out. Hopefully it's the end of this week that I'm making it, but effective after this video, I'm taking a sabbatical. In education terminology, a sabbatical is a break, essentially. I am taking a break as Professor Hatter on YouTube. I will still be on Instagram, but I will be taking a extended break on YouTube. I usually take a little bit of a 1-2 week break at the beginning of January, just like a little winter break, and then come back, and then mid-January, late January, come back, and then get back into things. I'm taking a break. I think that with the loss of the motivation to put out videos that I would have enjoyed to have put out, that I would tell different stories, and every hat channel out there tells their own stories, but I think mine are a little bit more unique, especially with my hat diversity with what I do. And it's not just the channel here. It's a culmination of a lot of other things. So it wasn't an easy decision to say, I'm taking a break from this. This is going to be put aside for an extended amount of time. It's the fact of work issues, a bit of work burnout. Yes, it's short-staffed at Best Buy. Yes, it's been the holidays, but it's also been the same thing for the last 6 months, where I had gone through a paralegal program online through Roosevelt University to become a paralegal and to get a paralegal job, to get out of retail. I'm still in retail. I mean, the people I work with are great, but I mean, I do enjoy technology. Okay, the discount is also nice, but I enjoy, the idea of technology. Best Buy is my favorite store of all times. Sorry, Lids, but Best Buy was first. Lids is number 2. But I've only had 3, really 2.5 interviews, and no one, got to me. I had to remind 2 of the places, hey, what's the deal? And they didn't get back. Or no, one didn't get back, and the other said, oh yeah, we moved on. That was like 2 weeks after. I'd wanted to do my campaign to run for trustee for Mount Prospect again, like I did 4 years ago. Like I had wanted to do also 2 years ago, but took the paralegal route. And wanting the family blessing to do this, especially from my mom, I didn't get it. And everyone in the family wanted me to focus on getting a job before running for office. Not that it was going to be a distraction, but to get a good footholding in. Issues, relationships with friends. It's just I think 2022 was a big year of putting a lot of effort into things and not getting a lot back in return, or getting little in return. So it's kind of tough to say I'm stepping away from doing this. But I mean, I've been doing it for 4.5 years, quite a long time. If you look at the whole history of content on YouTube that's hat related. And maybe it's also an issue of mental health, something that I don't easily want to admit. Not that it's like, oh, it's losing masculinity, or being enough of a man to just push through it. It's more of not willing to really admit it, because there are plenty of other people in the world that are going through far worse than I am. So it's hard to admit that, have this mental problem of these different burnouts and these different, things that are building on top of each other, of unpleasantness seems minimal to what other people are going through. But maybe I need to talk with someone about all this, just to have a better mindset going forward on a lot of things. What I do here with hats, what I do for government work, but especially for work. And I've gotten lazy with the job applications, to be honest, and it's felt like, well, no one's really getting back to me, so what's the point? So I don't know what I'll do exactly next, but take some personal time to talk about it with other people, work things out. But I want to assure you of one thing. Even though I had told you I'm taking a break from being Professor Hatter on YouTube, I am not done, though. I will still be on Instagram, so you'll still see me there. Maybe I won't do as many lives, just because those are also poorly viewed and attended, just like my like the videos. But I'll still, be posting and commenting. But I'm not done as Professor Hatter on YouTube. No, I will be back. I will be back, but I don't know when. I don't want to put myself on the schedule of like, okay, I'm going to be back March 1st. Because then, okay, mid-February, I have to start thinking of a video to do. Maybe early February. And then mid-February, actually film it. And then the rest of February, like, well, I didn't, I'm having problems, getting it just right so I can get good views for it. And then come March 1st, hey, I don't have a video. Wait another week or two. So if I say I'm going to be back on a certain date, then I'm going to just put more pressure on myself. And that's not going to be good. So I will come back when the time is right, when I need to make a video, then it'll be the right time for any certain reason. Trust me, I have plenty of ideas. I still have a lot of ideas. I still have a lot of videos that I have taped. I will make later and publish later, but just not now. I'm just gonna kind of take away Premiere Pro, After Effects, just to not even have it in sight. But I still have plenty of ideas to put together, plenty of different video topics to do, plenty of different ways to tell those videos and those stories that only I could. I have the best editing of any hat channel on YouTube. I have the best production. I have the best hat diversity. I am the funniest out there. Granted, those are, it might sound egotistical, but every channel out there, whether it be hat related or something else, they're going to have their pillars that they stand on, that this is what makes them them. Maybe not unique, maybe, but that's what makes them them. So I will be back for sure. I will be back with a bit more vigoration. That spark in me that, has been kind of that flame in me of wanting to make videos that's been kind of going to a soft glow will be back in a roaring flame. And I have tried to, over the years, not be, as, I guess, worried about those numbers. Like I said before, I'm not necessarily begging for, views or likes. Every channel out there gets in that habit of like, subscribe to the channel, comment, but I'm more focused on the comments for sure, because that creates a dialogue that I will want to continue when I come back. And students in the classroom, because again, we're this close to 1 million subscribers, students in the classroom, so we're gonna get there. That's kind of the running joke too. But while I am gone, I do have homework for you, and I want you to take note on this and go into the description down below. While I'm gone, I know that there's the notion maybe that there's one YouTube channel out there, maybe two YouTube hat channels out there, and some people might just watch only my YouTube channel for hat information, which is wrong. I want you to go out. I'm going to leave in the description down below a list of about probably 36 channels out there that have a focus or some sort of connection heavily or moderately, not just like, one or two videos, but that has a connection to hats. I want you to go watch at least 3 other videos out there. Maybe 2, because there's a lot. But go watch other hat channels out there. I do it not because of, oh, it's competition, but because it's other people telling stories about their hats. Yes, I make the joke and I make the comments that, everyone has, the same hat collection or a similar hat collection. But, maybe they get it for a different reason. Maybe they get it because they can personally connect to that hat, or they get it because it looks good with their outfits. I usually like the one that had like the story behind it, but that's just me. But everyone has their own reason to talk a story about their hats, which is why I have patience set for different hat channels out there. And yes, there are some bigger ones out there, but they're not the only ones out there. So in my sabbatical, in my time of absence, not permanent absence, extended absence, I want you to go out, watch other hat collectors put themselves in front of the camera and talk about hats. Comment. Subscribe to their channels. If they ask for a like, then do it. I'm not going to tell you to do the like because I think the like, I get the algorithm of likes, but I think what's more important is subscribing, following them, and the comments. That's what I'm more concerned about, but granted, that's my channel philosophy. So I hope they get your homework done. I hope that we don't have any more light problems in the future. But I'll be around. You'll see me on Instagram, some of the different hat Facebook groups out there. That's getting annoying. Sorry about this. That's what it is. And I'll see you next time in class. I do thank you, all of you, for your support, whether it be from the start or of recent. Like I said before, I don't, beg for subscribers or comments or likes. At least I try not to anymore. I want to have earned your time and interest for my videos. That's what I more strive for. Because again, there's dozens of other hat channels out there to take your time and your interest, and for you to take the time to watch my videos, especially they're long ones too. This is a long one. I think I've been going for like almost an hour. I don't know how long, but doing it in one cut. I thank you for the people that are constant with their comments, sharing the videos, viewing the videos. I might not be the best at publicizing my videos. I think that's one of the regrets I have with my channel here, but I really thank you all for being in the classroom here, being with me, and listening to me babble on and on. So again, probably a big surprise for a lot of you, especially the ones that I'm close with. I'm taking a step away from being Professor Hatter on YouTube, and I'll be back sometime in the future. I'm not going to be gone for like a year. I don't expect to do that. But when the time is right, and I feel better, and I'm a little bit more in that heated passion of making videos. Because I've seen so many other times of other video making hat channels, talk about, and even tech channels that I watch, when they talk about, what would make them stop doing YouTube, it would be, losing that passion to make the videos. And I haven't lost that passion. It's just dying. but I want to revive it. So taking this break, I think, will help revive it back into a roaring flame of passion for hats, video making, and storytelling. So make sure you go watch other hat channels out there while I'm gone. Go watch a new one or two or 15 of them, because I'm sure there's some that were like short-lived. Some of them are still around. Go watch some of the original guys too. What it was like back in the day before pink UVs, you know, before all that. And, you know, the flare of the side patch, or the different colors. You know, take a stroll down the history books and see what it was like. So, hats off to you, as always, for watching. I'll see you next time in class, everyone. Class is dismissed. Bye, everyone. You still there? You still there? Ah, I gotcha. Just making sure you were still paying attention. No, I'm still going on my break. But yeah, no, I wanted to have that, you know, that gotcha moment. That's one of the funniest one out there. Hey, look at this. I made a bird. What kind of bird is it? You're asking, Professor? It's a toucan. Okay, I'm going out now.